Hey guys, AJ here, back with another one. So today we are going to talk about the reasons why men that are either on the road to success, or men who are successful, or men who just want peace in their lives should not date or marry women that are in HR. It's a bad idea, guys, and we'll get into that in just a minute. But guys, please remember to like, subscribe, drop a comment. It really helps to keep this channel going. But guys, we all work, well, most of us work in places where there is HR, right? And HR has the reputation of being a bunch of middle-aged, drama, overweight, single, bitter, Karen-looking women, right? And also known for not doing much, not doing their jobs. And you might ask, where is this stereotype true? And guys, if you look at the numbers, the average HR worker is a 47-year-old white woman. And you look at the stats, 70+%, it's like 71% of HR professionals, quote unquote, are female, and then 29% are male. And it's funny, guys, because males in HR earn more than females do on average, even though it's a female-dominated field. I believe that it's because men tend to work more hours, men ask for more raises, and men will take on these really hard projects and get stuff done. So, let's jump into the reasons why you should not date a woman that's in HR. Reason number one, okay, women that are in HR can make some decent cash, right? They start out like 45 grand, and after a couple years, they're making 65K, which is pretty good. They can top out at like 75 or 80K, and then if they get into management, then they can make like 100 grand, six figures. That 65K per year is just enough money for them to look down on average guys. Most women want a guy who makes as much or more, right? The average male in the United States earns $51,000 a year. And a lot of those guys are perfectly happy with earning an average salary, going to an average job, or whatever, right? So a lot of women will say, oh, this guy might be, I don't know, he works in the warehouse, and he doesn't make as much as me. I would never date him, blah, 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 blah. So it's just enough money for them to look down on average guys, which gives them that kind of superiority attitude, right? So reason number two, and this is a reason from a lot of professions with women, and if you look back on my previous videos about who not to date, student loan debt, guys, it's a big one. It's huge. Like I said before, the top range for a regular HR professional is about 75K. There are women who have $140,000 to $200,000 worth of student loan debt just to get into HR and make 65K. That's crazy. They're never going to pay that debt off, ever. And they're looking to find you and marry you so that you can pay off their debt. I personally know a woman who majored in something useless and managed to get into HR. And yeah, she earns about 70, 73-ish, but she has 140, 150 grand in student loan debt. And she hasn't paid it down since she graduated from college like 13 years ago. So what she's doing is she's looking for some idiot to marry her and help her pay this debt. And guys, the only debt that you should be paying down is your own, right? Especially high interest debt like student loan debt. They made their own bed and they can sleep in it. Now, the next reason here is mid-range earnings ceiling, which leads back to the first two. When HR is done right, guys, it's a lot of work, right? There's a lot of BS and paperwork and ebbs and flows. And oftentimes those who are doing this job right, they top out, and it's not enough money for the amount of stress. And we all know that when women get stressed out about work or about pay, who has to hear it? They have to go home and complain to us, right? So oftentimes they get stuck in these jobs topped out in pay. And that pays good when you're, 25, but when you're 40, or when you're trying to look down the barrel of retirement, things don't look too good, right? The next reason is they're always in people's business. That's what HR is. It's always being in people's business. I don't care what anyone says. Everywhere that I've worked, HR has always been a mess because there's always been a bunch of women who know everything about everyone, but they're telling people's business or they're judging people based on other people's business. I don't know, but it's foolishness, guys. And you do not want to be with a woman that's always in everyone's business because she'll always be in your business all the time. And here's another thing too, guys. We all have been with women that come home and won't shut up about their day. Imagine being with a woman that has to fire people, that has to tell people that their armpits stink, or just knows everyone's pay and everything. You're going to have to hear, guess what? This person did this. This person, guys, you don't have to deal with that. It's foolishness, right? The next reason, they're surrounded by drama at work. Drama was within their HR group, or they're surrounded by the drama between management and the rest of the staff. There's always drama, always. And that there's a certain type of personality that goes into HR and stays there for a long time. And that's that person that's okay with being in that drama. And that's not the type of person that you want in your life when you're trying to build. It's not, because drama is the opposite of structure, of order, of all the things that it takes for you to become successful. It's basically chaos. They're surrounded by chaos, right? Which leads to the last reason. There's a certain archetype of woman that usually goes into HR and then stays in HR. Okay? These 46, 47-year-old Karen looking women, there's a reason why they've been in this job for this long. It's because there's a certain attitude that makes you want to sit there and be that person that has to fire people, that has to tell people that they microwave fish dishes in the microwave and all this other stuff. There's a certain archetype of that person, and that archetype usually isn't a pleasant person. It's not an understanding person. It's not a person that is generally fun or positive to be around. That is the seasoned HR worker, is a person that's not fun and can't really add positively to your life as a man that just trying to fight the world. So guys, I don't know, let me know if you've had any issues dating girls who are in HR. Let me know how the HR department at your job is. Is it foolishness too? Because mine certainly is. But all right, you guys, a little bit of advice. This is AJ. I'm out of here.